Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. When love escapes the screen and becomes real, the world watches in awe. From co-stars to soulmates, Lu Yuning and Song Zuer just turned Paris into a love letter written in the language of their hearts. But what happened on their honeymoon surprised even the most devoted fans. This isn't just another celebrity trip. It's a romantic chapter that feels like a fairy tale come true. And trust us, you'll want to see every moment. For years, Lu Yuning and Song Zuer had captivated millions with their on-screen chemistry, their quiet glances and natural ease sparking countless rumors about a real-life romance. Yet, despite the whispers, neither of them confirmed anything publicly. Fans speculated, hoped, and rewatched every scene, wondering if what they saw was simply great acting or something far more genuine beneath the surface. Then, without warning, the news broke. Lu Yuning and Song Zuer had gotten married in a private ceremony, away from the press, without fanfare or promotion. There were no leaks, no advance announcements, just a quiet reveal that stunned both the media and the public. What made this revelation so powerful wasn't just the fact that they had tied the knot, but how they had done it. Sincerely, humbly, and completely on their own terms. The ceremony itself, as later revealed through a few understated photographs, was deeply intimate. There was no excessive decoration, no stage built for attention. Only natural light, close family, and a sense of peace that radiated from the couple's smiles. Song Zuer wore a delicate, understated gown that seemed to reflect her soft presence, while Lu Yuning, ever composed and graceful, looked at her like she was the only person in the world. And in that moment she was. What struck people most was the authenticity of it all. In an industry often filled with publicists, staged romances, and strategic relationships, this union felt different. It wasn't crafted for likes or trending hashtags, it was for them. They chose privacy over spectacle, emotion over image, and connection over publicity. That decision alone moved many to tears. Social media exploded within minutes of the announcement. Fans from around the world, from Seoul to Los Angeles, Jakarta to Tokyo, flooded online platforms with messages of shock, admiration, and overwhelming joy. The surprise didn't feel like a betrayal of their curiosity. Rather, it felt like being let into something beautiful, something real. The reactions weren't just about celebrity news. They were emotional, deeply personal responses from people who had grown to care about this couple. Not as stars, but as humans. Some fans wrote that the news gave them hope and love again. Others said it reminded them that the most meaningful stories are often the quietest ones. For many, the simplicity of the wedding held more romance than any grand celebrity event ever could. It was a reminder that love, when it's true, doesn't need to be shouted. Simply needs to be lived. In an age where much is performed and polished, Lu Yuning and Song Zuer gave the world something rare. A private moment that still managed to connect deeply with millions. Their surprise wedding didn't just melt the internet. It reminded everyone watching what genuine love can look like when it's chosen quietly, wholeheartedly, and with no one else in mind but each other. There is something about Paris, the way the golden light clings to the buildings at dusk, the quiet echo of footsteps along the Seine, the scent of fresh bread curling through the narrow cobbled alleys. It's a city that doesn't just stand still in time. It invites you to slow down, to feel deeply, to love without filters. For Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, it wasn't just a romantic destination. Paris became a living, breathing part of their story. A place where love wasn't simply felt, but fully realized. After the gentle storm of their surprise wedding settled, the couple slipped quietly into the city of light. No grand announcements. No media trail. Just two people deeply in love, choosing to live a few days entirely for themselves. What followed was more than a honeymoon. It was a quiet unfolding of everything they had kept private for so long. Eyewitnesses captured candid moments, none of them staged. Lu Yuning brushing a stray lock of hair from Song Zuer's face as they stood beneath the Eiffel Tower. The two of them laughing barefoot, along the banks of the river after their shoes soaked in an unexpected drizzle. morning coffees that lingered into midday conversations at sun-drenched cafes. Each detail, while ordinary to some, became poetry in motion for those watching from afar. Their happiness didn't demand attention. It earned it. What made Paris such a poignant backdrop wasn't just its beauty, but how the couple seemed to mirror it. They weren't performing. They were simply being. And in that being, something deeply human unfolded. Song Zuer, often seen as reserved and composed on screen, lit up in ways fans had never seen. Lu Yuning, ever the gentleman, was tender, protective, and quietly romantic. Their connection wasn't loud, but it was undeniable. Their choice of experiences spoke volumes. Rather than indulging in celebrity excess, they wandered through museums, lingered in bookstores, and took long walks without security in tow. A street artist in Montmartre painted Zuer's portrait while Yuning watched with a soft, knowing smile. When he handed it to her, witnesses say she teared up, hugged him tightly, and didn't let go for several minutes. That small moment, so real, so unscripted, went viral not because it was dramatic but because it was true. Paris became a sanctuary, a space for them to exhale, to be seen as a couple not in fiction, but in reality. In a world that often confuses love with spectacle, they offered something far more rare: authenticity. And while the Eiffel Tower may have twinkled in the background, it was the quiet joy between them that truly lit up the city. Their story in Paris wasn't about luxury or glamour. It was about presence, intention, and the slow, beautiful act of falling even more in love. Not for the cameras but for themselves. In that sense, Paris didn't just witness their honeymoon. It became the heart of their love story. Love, in its most enduring form, often reveals itself not in grand gestures but in the quiet, unexpected moments that pass between two people when no one else is looking. For Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, their honeymoon in Paris was filled with such moments, gentle, fleeting acts that, while unseen by many, spoke volumes about the depth of their connection. These were not scripted performances, nor staged displays for the cameras. They were intimate slices of life that captured something far more meaningful: the everyday poetry of being in love. Away from the spotlight, they discovered the joy of simply being present for one another. Early in the mornings, they were spotted walking hand in hand through nearly empty Parisian streets, sipping warm coffee from paper cups, laughing softly about things only they understood. There was a serenity to them, a calmness that only comes when two people are fully at ease in each other's presence. Fans later described these candid photographs as love in motion, natural, unfiltered, and deeply touching. One particularly moving moment occurred in a quiet park near the Latin Quarter, where a passerby caught Lu Yuning gently adjusting Song Zuer's coat as a breeze rolled in. It was such a small act, yet profoundly intimate. Without words it said, "I see you, I care, and I'm here." And that has always been the magic of their relationship. The ability to communicate love not just through declarations, but through consistent, thoughtful action. It was also revealed that Lu Yuning had spent weeks in secret curating small surprises for Zuer throughout the trip, from handwritten notes tucked into her travel book, to carefully chosen spots across the city that mirrored scenes from her favorite novels. At a little-known cafe tucked away in Montparnasse, they recreated a date from a drama they once filmed together. There were no cameras this time. Only real laughter, the scent of fresh croissants, and the knowledge that they had turned fiction into something lasting and true. These unseen acts of love became the fabric of their honeymoon, weaving together memories that were as personal as they were profound. In one video later shared in a vlog, the couple is shown slow dancing in their hotel room while soft music played in the background. There were no elaborate outfits or perfect lighting, just two people lost in each other, moving gently to a rhythm that belonged only to them. What resonated most with those who watched these quiet moments unfold was the sense of sincerity. Lu Yuning and Song Zuer weren't trying to impress anyone. They weren't chasing headlines. They were instead giving the world a rare glimpse into a kind of love that grows quietly, through care, attention, and the willingness to see beauty in the smallest of gestures. In the end, it wasn't the luxury or the fame that made their story unforgettable. It was the stillness, the simplicity, and the tenderness of love shown without an audience, the kind of love that truly lasts. Their surprise attendance at a high-profile fashion show in Paris lit up headlines. Elegant, graceful, in sync, they were called Asia's new power couple. But even amid lights and lenses, they stayed grounded. Behind every pose was a stolen glance, a whisper, a hand squeeze, reminding everyone that this wasn't about fame, it was about connection. From Manila to Montreal, Seoul to Sydney, fans flooded social media with heart emojis, emotional comments, and one common message. This is what true love looks like. Young people felt hopeful. Older viewers felt nostalgic. Everyone, regardless of age or country, saw in this couple a reminder that love doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be real. After Paris, the couple plans to travel to Switzerland and Italy for the next leg of their honeymoon. Rumor has it, they'll film a travel vlog series documenting their journey. Not for publicity, but to remember what it means to live fully and love deeply. One insider shared. They said this isn't just a honeymoon. It's a celebration of every small moment they've missed over the years while working hard. Lu Yuning once wrote under a photo of Zuer at the Eiffel Tower, "You're the reason the sky looks more beautiful today." And Zuer replied, "Every morning feels like the beginning of our story. This is not just a celebrity tale. It's a story of commitment, simplicity, and deep emotional connection. Something all of us hope for, in one way or another." Sparkles if you were touched by this story. Don't forget to subscribe to Update X24H for more heartwarming updates, honest celebrity stories, and moments that matter. Thank you for watching, and remember, real love doesn't need a script, just two people who never stop choosing each other. Sparkling heart.